Donald Trump continues to make overt and direct threats at the media and directed at billionaires who are not doing his bidding, essentially threatening to lock them up. And of course, why would corporate media cover anything like that? That doesn't fit the narrative they're pushing right now. While that is taking place right now in Sun Valley, Idaho, at a private equity company called Allen & Company's annual gathering of billionaires and corporate media moguls. They're all meeting right now, celebrating, having the time of their life, and saying things like this. This is Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, who owns CNN. This is who controls CNN. Here's the statement that he just made about the upcoming presidential election at this Sun Valley, Idaho event. Zaslav said it mattered less to him which party wins, as long as the next president was friendly to business. We just need an opportunity for deregulation so companies can consolidate and do what we need to do even better, he said. So if you want to know why is CNN, why is MSNBC, why are all these corporate media networks doing what they're doing, he gave away the playbook right there. And this is the guy, David Zaslav. Take a look. That's what right now we are up against here at independent media, just trying to get out the facts and trying to get out the truth. Here, by the way, is what Donald Trump just posted. So as Zaslav and his crew of decamillionaires and billionaires are doing whatever they're doing in Sun Valley, Idaho, Trump's just threatening them. And they're like, whatever, as long as we get deregulation and less taxes for the billionaires, we're good. We don't care about the rest of Americans. This is what Trump just wrote. Republicans must pass the SAVE Act or go home and cry yourself to sleep. Wah, wah, wah. The Dems can't win on their policies. The only way they can win is to cheat. Wah, wah, wah. Get tough, RNC. Speaker Johnson. Wah, wah, wah. The Justice Department is corrupt and won't do a thing to help. Wah, wah, wah. They have no shame. All I can say is that if I'm elected president, we will pursue election fraudsters at levels never seen before, and they will be sent to prison for long periods of time. We already know who you are. Don't do it. Zuckerbucks, be careful. So right there, a direct threat to Mark Zuckerberg saying, Zuckerbergs, I will send you to prison if you in any way, help people get like water bottles, help people find election centers. Donald Trump, who put forward fake electoral slates, Donald Trump, who tried to interfere with a free and fair election, saying that. And by the way, while the Zaslavs and the billionaire class, they're enjoying things right now in Sun Valley, Idaho at their convention, Donald Trump also posts things like this. They are almost all dishonest and corrupt, but Comcast, with its one-sided and vicious coverage by NBC News, and in particular MSNBC, often and correctly referred to as MSDNC, Democrat National Committee, should be investigated for its country-threatening treason. Their endless coverage of the now fully debunked scam known as Russia, 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 and much else is one big campaign contribution to the radical left Democrat Party. I say up front, openly and proudly, that when I win the presidency of the United States, they and others of the lamestream media will be thoroughly scrutinized for their knowingly dishonest and corrupt coverage of people, things, and events. Why should NBC or any other group or any other of the corrupt and dishonest media companies be entitled to use the very valuable airwaves of the USA free? They are a true threat to democracy and are, in fact, the enemy of the people. The fake news media should pay a big price for what they have done to our once great country. Again, making overt threats to shut down the media. This is from someone saying that he wants to be a dictator on day one, and who gives quotes that are essentially verbatim of Adolf Hitler quotes, and who has rolled out Project 25. By the way, the Heritage Foundation is the main sponsor of the Republican National Convention. They are telling you their plans for a fascist takeover to turn our media into Russian propaganda media so that it all looks like Fox and OAN and Newsmax praising dear leader. It is obvious what they are saying right here. But for David Zaslav, and who runs and owns CNN there, it looks like out of the TV show Succession. I mean, just there with the handkerchief. Like, what in the world is even going on there? So out of touch with we the people. Donald Trump then writes, MSNBC, MSDNC uses free government-approved airwaves, and yet it is nothing but a 24-hour hit job on Donald Trump and the Republican Party for purposes of election interference. Brian Roberts, its chairman and CEO, is a slimeball who has been able to get away with these constant attacks for years. It is the world's biggest political contribution to the radical left Democrats, who, by the way, are destroying our country. Our so-called government should come down hard on them and make them pay for their illegal political activity. Much more to come. Watch. Again, these are direct threats right here. And by the way, you have the Trump MAGA crew replacing we the people, our American flag, with Trump flags now that say Trump or death, or combinations of Trump's face on Confederate flags. That's just what they fly. They don't sing the national anthem anymore. They sing the J6th Choir song. As Kevin Cruz wrote back in September of 2023, he says, "You'd think that Trump's habit of endlessly threatening the media would make them realize he shouldn't be treated like a normal candidate, but in truth, threatening will only make some Beltway reporters bend over backwards to seem extra fair to him." And not only that, but when you've got the owners of these corporations like David Zaslav right there saying that in beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho, for the private equity company Allen & Co.'s annual gathering for business moguls, saying, we just need an opportunity for deregulation so companies can consolidate and do what we need to do even better. It's all about corporations. I don't care about we the people. Let's have CEOs make 500, 1,000, 5,000 times what the worker makes who's struggling to put a dinner on the table for their family members, while corporate greed spirals out of control and Trump and the MAGAs give the billionaires the tax cuts and they gut the unions and then go around the country and lie about what it is that they're doing, conveniently laundered through media networks run by people like Zaslav that you're seeing right there partying in beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho. Wow, must be very nice right there.
Growing up, cereal is one of the best parts of being a kid, but as I got older, I had to watch out for sugar and empty carbs. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but high protein and less sugar. Like with the variety pack, 4 flavors are cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. This pack has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 grams of net carbs. Only 140 calories a serving. It's high protein, has 0 grams of sugar. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free. I'm a sucker for the cocoa cereal personally, and when I have my Magic Spoon, I always know it's going to be high quality, fresh, crunchy. You got to love that chocolate milk the cereal makes when you're done with your bowl. Go to magicspoon.com/Meidas to grab a variety pack and try it today. Be sure to use our promo code Meidas at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, start your day off right with a delicious bowl of high-protein cereal at magicspoon.com/Meidas and use the code Meidas, that's MEIDAS, to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode.
I want to share this with you. This was recently put out by the Lincoln Project. This is a scary video, but it needs to be seen because this is what Trump's agenda would be. This is Donald Trump's plan. As the Lincoln Project said, Donald Trump's plan for America is no secret. Is no secret. This is what they describe what would happen if he took over. And guess what? Zaslav, you think there's going to be an environment of deregulation? Trump's going to shut you down. What do you think is going to happen to you? What do you think is going to happen to you? Oh, maybe then you'll live in your mansion at Lake Como or whatever. Is that what you think? It must be nice to think about that as your backup plan. But we, the people, know what's up. Watch this. This is from the Lincoln Project. It's an incredible video they just put out.
November 5th, 2024. Donald Trump defeats a divided and dispirited Democratic campaign. On January 20th, 2025, Donald Trump is sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. Unfortunately,
Well, again, a picture says 1,000 words, and that Zaslav picture, who runs CNN, runs the parent company, I don't know, in Sun Valley, Idaho right now, to me, speaks volumes and says everything that we all knew was happening. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together. Thanks for watching.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram at MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.